Imagine this phrase echoing in your mind. Every decision opens a universe. Every choice creates a destiny. Let these words resonate deep within you. They are not just sounds. They are vibrations that travel into your unconscious. And right now, as you hear this voice, you are already choosing. Though you may not notice it, your soul is inclining toward one of 3 invisible doors that await you. 3 doors, 3 possible futures. 1 decision that changes everything. What you are about to discover is not theory. It is not mere intellectual knowledge. It is an art, a hidden art, whispered by initiates in secret chambers. And now it reaches you. The art of choosing your timeline. If you stay with me until the end, something within you will change. It will not be a fleeting idea. It will be an experience. The experience of seeing your reality open like a fan of luminous mirrors before your eyes. The realization that what you call destiny is not a rigid chain, but a river that can be redirected with a single movement of your awareness. Take a moment of silence. Look around you. Everything you see, the place where you are, the clothes you wear, the people in your life are the results of decisions, some yours, others from those who influenced your path, but all decisions. How many times have you felt trapped? How many times did you believe there was no way out, that everything was already written in an invisible script? That thought, that whisper telling you nothing can change, is the greatest lie of time. Scientists know this. In the innermost heart of matter, particles do not behave like rigid objects. They are like songs vibrating in countless possible notes. They do not choose a single path until someone observes, until a consciousness touches them with its attention. They call it superposition. They call it the collapse of the wave function. And though the terms sound technical, the meaning is extraordinary. Reality is not defined until you look. The world you perceive depends on you. Do you feel it? This quantum mystery is not separate from your daily life. You are particle. You are wave. Your consciousness pulses in the same vibrating fabric of the universe. Each time you choose, you are not merely taking a practical step. You are choosing which vibration collapses into your world. You are choosing which door opens before you. Your decisions are magical acts, disguised as routine. Now, think of a moment in your life when one choice changed everything. Maybe it was accepting a job, beginning or not beginning a relationship, moving to a different place, saying yes or saying no. In that instant, the universe split in 2. One version of you walked one path. Another version, invisible to you now, chose the opposite. Both realities exist. Both are true. You only experience one, but they all vibrate in parallel, waiting. Today you will learn how to recognize these forks, to feel the vibration of the timelines unfolding before you, and to consciously choose the door that resonates with your soul. First, we will descend into the scientific realm. Then we will move into philosophy and psychology, and later beyond. We will enter the esoteric dimension. Each level will be like opening another secret door, another hidden passage in an invisible temple. This journey is not only knowledge, it is transformation. Because when we reach the end, you will not just understand the art of choosing your timeline, you will have lived it. A narrated ritual, a guided ceremony, will allow you to feel in your own body the moment when 3 doors open before you. And you will know with certainty which one your soul longs to cross. Stay with me. The clock of time is not a prison. It is a fan of mirrors awaiting your gaze. And now, as you listen to these words, you are already turning the key that opens the first door. There is no turning back, because once you know you can choose, you can never go back to living as if everything were predetermined. Imagine for a moment that life itself is not a straight line, but a vast labyrinth of luminous corridors. Each step you take, each thought you choose, each vibration you hold within your heart, shifts you into a slightly different version of reality. Some doors lead to abundance and synchronicity, others to repetition and stagnation, and a few open directly into the realm of deep awakening. Most people walk blindfolded through these corridors, unaware that the doors even exist. They live reacting to circumstances, instead of realizing that every decision is a brushstroke painting the landscape of their destiny. Now, picture yourself standing before 3 doors. Each one radiates a different frequency. The first is familiar, glowing faintly with the energy of comfort zones, routines, and the well-known. Behind it, life unfolds predictably, but your expansion remains limited. The second shines with a seductive brightness. It represents ambition, external validation, and the pursuit of what society calls success. Behind it, you may find moments of triumph, yet also an endless hunger that is never satisfied. And then, there is the third door, almost subtle, yet vibrating with a strange magnetic force. It does not promise comfort, nor external applause, but an inner alignment so profound that reality itself begins to bend in your favor. This is the door of conscious choice, the one most ignored, because it requires stillness, courage, and faith. And yet, once crossed, it reveals you were never a passive traveler, but the architect of worlds. Science itself hints at this truth. Quantum physics has shown that particles remain in a state of infinite possibilities until an observer collapses them into one. Do you realize what this means? Every thought you hold, every belief you repeat, is the eye of the observer collapsing your life into a specific timeline. If you see limitation, you collapse limitation. If you see abundance, you collapse abundance. This is why the art of choosing timelines is not just philosophy. It is the most practical and sacred skill you can master. Think of a time when a single decision changed everything. Perhaps a call you made, a journey you took, or even a moment when you chose silence instead of reaction. That instant was a doorway. By walking through it, you shifted not only your future, but the very reality you were vibrating into. Now ask yourself, how many doors have you passed by unconsciously? How many times did fear or distraction keep you from choosing the one that held your highest destiny? The truth is, the doors are always there. Right now, in this very moment, 3 doors stand before you again, and your awareness, your choice, is the key that unlocks the path. That is the essence of the second step, recognizing the doors not as fantasy, but as living frequencies available to you, preparing with clarity and intention to choose the one that leads not to repetition, not to illusion, but to true expansion of your being. The moment you realize that timelines are not imposed from outside, but chosen from within, something extraordinary begins to happen. You stop asking, "What will happen to me?" and instead begin to whisper, "Which version of me am I ready to embody?" That shift in perception is like turning a key in the lock of destiny. Timelines are not abstract concepts reserved for mystics and philosophers. They are living, breathing streams of reality. Imagine rivers flowing endlessly, side by side, each carrying a different melody, a different outcome, a different version of your life. One river might carry the current of struggle, another, the current of growth, another still, the current of miraculous synchronicity. And right now, with the power of your focus and intention, you are deciding which river your vessel will sail upon. Every thought you nurture is a seed planted in the soil of possibility. Every emotion you cultivate is the water that makes that seed grow. This is why some people remain trapped in repeating cycles. They keep planting the same seeds of fear, doubt, and lack, and then wonder why their garden never changes. Others, those who dare to shift their inner dialogue, discover that reality reshapes itself around them. Ancient traditions whispered this truth long before science confirmed it. The Egyptians spoke of portals guarded by divine beings. The Mayans carved symbols of passage and transformation into their temples. The Hermetic masters taught, as above, so below. What if all these myths were not just metaphors for the afterlife, but blueprints for navigating the doors of choice in the here and now? Once again, see yourself before the three doors. You are not just observing them. You feel their vibration in your skin, in your heartbeat, in the subtle currents of your mind. The first door hums with the energy of repetition. The second pulses with ambition. And the third, it does not shout, it whispers. Crossing it means stepping into a timeline where your inner truth guides your outer world. Here lies the secret. The third door is always present, but invisible until your awareness matures enough to see it. It does not appear to those lost in noise, but to those who dare to quiet the storm within. Quantum science echoes this mystery. The double-slit experiment reveals that particles behave differently when observed. Consciousness does not just witness reality, it shapes it. If at the subatomic level your gaze changes matter, imagine what the sustained gaze of your soul does to the trajectory of your life. So the question deepens: which door are you choosing in every breath? Each morning when you wake, each word you speak, each emotion you repeat, these are keys turning silently in locks. Most never notice the doors they are opening, but those who do, those who learn the art of conscious choice, begin to walk paths that others call miracles. Think of a moment when you felt time bend around you, a coincidence too perfect to ignore, a meeting that arrived exactly when you needed it, a decision that seemed small but reshaped the years that followed. These are signs that you brushed against the third door, and for a moment, you stepped through. The mastery lies not in stumbling upon it once, but in learning to return there again and again, to train your perception to see doors everywhere, to understand that reality is not fixed, but fluid, to remember that your choices ripple across timelines, weaving patterns that shape not just your life, but the collective destiny of humanity. And here is the revelation. When you choose the third door, you are not choosing only for yourself. You are shifting the vibration of the entire web. Every conscious act expands the field of possibility for all beings. Each time you embody alignment, you become a lighthouse, illuminating the hidden doors for others who wander in the dark. That is why the art of choosing timelines is not only a personal gift, it is a sacred responsibility. The corridor stretches endlessly, doors multiplying as far as the eye can see, yet in the quiet center of your being, you already hold the compass, and with it, the courage to choose, not the easiest door, not the loudest one, but the truest one. The path of the third door is not a single choice made once. It is a living practice, a constant alignment. You do not simply open it and walk away. You learn to carry it within you, like a hidden compass, guiding each step, each word, each vibration you release into the world. This is where many seekers fall. They believe awakening is a sudden event, a lightning bolt, a revelation once and forever. But the truth is subtler and far more powerful. Awakening is not a destination. It is a rhythm, a heartbeat that calls you back again and again to presence. A reminder that the door you choose in this moment will shape the horizon of the next. Think of it like tuning an instrument. If a guitar is left unattended, its strings lose resonance. Your consciousness works the same way. Every day, reality offers you dissonance, fear, noise, distraction. And every day, you must tune your inner strings until your vibration matches the frequency of the timeline you desire. That is why rituals exist, not as superstition, but as anchors. They are moments when the infinite becomes tangible, when the unseen finds form. Lighting a candle, focusing on breath, repeating a sacred phrase, these are acts of remembrance. They tell your mind and body, I am stepping into alignment. Imagine now, walking once again through the corridor. The first door tries to pull you back with whispers of safety. The second dazzles you with promises of recognition. But the third, it waits in silence. It will never force you. It requires your free will. Crossing that threshold is an initiation, a choice to value the invisible over the obvious, the eternal over the temporary. And as you do, something shifts. Synchronicities appear like signposts along your path. People arrive exactly when you need them. Obstacles transform into lessons that reveal hidden strength. The fabric of reality itself seems to rearrange in your favor. This is no illusion. It is coherence. When your inner vibration aligns with the frequency of your chosen timeline, the universe echoes back with precision. Ancient mystics knew this. They spoke of keys to the kingdom of heaven. They described seals that unlock hidden realms. These were metaphors for the same truth, that consciousness, directed with clarity, is the master key of all doors. Modern science echoes the same principle. Neuroscience shows that the brain rewires itself based on focus. Energy flows where attention goes, and what you repeat with intensity becomes your neurological path, and eventually your reality. So ask yourself now, what are you rehearsing each day? Fear, doubt, distraction, or courage, gratitude, vision? Because repetition is also ritual, and every ritual, whether conscious or unconscious, is a door. The difference is simple. When unconscious, you walk through doors without realizing. When conscious, you choose the door that serves your highest destiny. And that is the art we are unveiling here. Not only to see the doors, but to step through them deliberately, with reverence, with awareness, with the certainty that you are not just moving through time, you are shaping it. Feel the weight of this truth. You are not waiting for destiny to arrive. Destiny is waiting for you to choose. The doors are not outside of you. They live within your perception, in the silent moment between one thought and the next. That gap is the threshold, and in that space, eternity listens. So breathe and remember, every heartbeat is a choice, every choice, a door, and the path you are carving is not only for you, but for every soul who will follow the light you leave behind. There comes a moment when knowledge is not enough. You can study the doors, describe them, even believe in them. But until you embody the choice, the doors remain closed. This is why the ancients practiced ritual. They understood that the human mind forgets, that the heart becomes distracted, that the body needs anchors. So they created gestures, ceremonies, symbols, to remind themselves of the invisible. And now, you are invited to create your own. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself once again in the luminous corridor. The three doors stand before you. You do not rush. You breathe. With every breath, the noise of the outside world begins to dissolve. Thoughts fade into silence. The air grows heavy with presence. And in that silence, you begin to feel. The first door pulls on you with the gravity of the past. You sense its weight, the patterns you already know too well. The second door glitters with ambition. Its brightness excites you, but also exhausts you. And the third, at first, it seems almost invisible. But when you place your hand on your heart and listen, you feel its call. It is not loud. It does not scream. It whispers. It vibrates in harmony with your soul. Now, in this vision, see yourself placing your hand upon that third door. Feel the warmth that radiates from it. A golden pulse running through your arm, into your chest, awakening a memory that has always been there. You whisper silently within, I choose alignment. I choose truth. I choose the path that expands me. And as you speak it, the door responds. It opens, not with force, but with surrender. Light floods through the corridor, washing over you, dissolving doubt, igniting certainty. This is not imagination alone. It is training. Each time you rehearse this inner ritual, you are teaching your consciousness to recognize the frequency of alignment. You are wiring your nervous system to expect synchronicity. You are telling the quantum field, with clarity, this is who I am. This is the timeline I choose. Do not underestimate the power of repetition. When you repeat fear, you enter the door of fear. When you repeat doubt, you walk into the door of stagnation. But when you repeat alignment, you prepare yourself to see and to enter the third door again and again. And here lies another truth. The universe is not against you. It is waiting for your signal. Like a mirror, it reflects your vibration faithfully. It bends according to the frequency you embody. So every small act of awareness is sacred. Lighting a candle with intention, breathing consciously for a few moments each morning, whispering words of gratitude before sleep. These are not meaningless habits. They are activations. Each one is you knocking gently on the third door until it opens more easily, more naturally, more fully. Remember, the great shifts of destiny are often born in small moments. A thought replaced, a choice redirected, a heartbeat remembered. And every time you choose presence over distraction, clarity over confusion, truth over illusion, you step further into the luminous corridor, where the third door expands endlessly before you. This is not a one-time revelation. It is a living practice, a sacred rhythm, a way of walking through life that transforms each day into an initiation. Because the true art is not simply finding the door, it is learning to live beyond it. When you cross the third door, you begin to realize something profound. The choice was never only about you. Every vibration you hold ripples outward. Every act of alignment becomes a beacon. Every decision born from truth awakens a new possibility in the collective field. This is why sages throughout history spoke of resonance. They knew that one aligned soul can shift entire realities, that a single light, shining steadily in the darkness, can ignite thousands of hidden flames. Close your eyes and imagine the world as a vast web of luminous threads. Every being is a point of light, pulsing with a frequency, some dimmed by fear, some flickering with doubt, and some shining with clarity. Now see what happens when you choose alignment. Your thread glows brighter. The vibration spreads, touching the threads around you. They begin to awaken, to resonate, to glow in harmony, and soon the web itself changes. This is not poetry alone, it is physics. Coherence is contagious. A single oscillator, steady in its rhythm, can synchronize many others around it. Your consciousness works in the same way. So when you step through the third door, you are not escaping the world, you are reshaping it. Think of those moments when someone's presence transformed an entire room, when their calm silenced conflict, when their laughter lifted everyone's spirit, when their certainty gave others courage to act. That is the power of one aligned being. And now, that power is in your hands. The third door is not about perfection. It is about coherence. It is about remembering, again and again, who you are beneath the noise, and choosing from that place. The ancient mystics called this the great work, not the work of stone or metal, but the work of spirit, to refine the self until it shines as gold, to turn the lead of confusion into the light of clarity, to embody the truth that consciousness, not circumstance, is the true architect of destiny. And so the corridor stretches further, not with only 3 doors, but with infinite thresholds. Each decision, each moment, reveals another. Some are small, so subtle they pass unnoticed. Others are monumental, demanding courage, surrender, and faith. But all of them are invitations. Invitations to align, invitations to expand, invitations to live as the conscious creator you were always meant to be. Look closely. Even now you are at such a threshold. In listening to these words, you are standing before another door, and the choice is quietly forming within you. Will you return to the old corridors of repetition? Will you chase the glitter of external illusions? Or will you breathe deeply and step once more into the subtle, powerful light of the third door? Remember, the doors are not fixed in time or space. They are alive in every breath, in every heartbeat, They live within you. And when you choose consciously, you are not just shaping your life, you are shaping the very fabric of reality itself. Because in truth, the corridor is not outside. It is the map of your soul, and every door you open is a memory of who you truly are. There is a reason every path of wisdom eventually leads to a ritual, because words alone can inspire, but only action transforms. And so, now you are invited to step beyond listening and to live this teaching. Find a quiet place. Sit or stand with your spine straight, your breath steady. Close your eyes. Imagine once more the infinite corridor. Feel its silence around you. See the 3 doors before you, waiting. Place your hand upon your heart. Breathe slowly, deeply, until your thoughts soften, until your body listens. Now, whisper within yourself, I am the observer. I am the chooser. I am the architect of my path. As you repeat this silently, feel the doors shifting before you. The first door grows heavy, fading into shadow. The second loses its false brilliance, its glitter dissolving like smoke. And the third begins to glow, not with fire, not with noise, but with a golden light that seems to come from within your own chest. Step toward it. Feel the ground beneath you vibrating. With every heartbeat, stretch your hand forward. Touch the surface of the door. It is warm. It is alive. It is waiting for you. Now say, with all your intention, I choose alignment. I choose truth. I choose the highest version of myself. As the words leave your lips, the door opens, and the light floods in. A river of energy washing over you, cleansing, renewing, expanding. Feel it moving through your body, through your cells, through your breath, through your very thoughts. See yourself walking through that threshold, leaving behind the weight of old patterns, stepping beyond the illusions of borrowed dreams, entering a space where reality bends in harmony with your soul. You are no longer only imagining, you are choosing, you are embodying. You are declaring to the quantum field itself, this is the path I walk. This is the reality I create. And as you do, the corridor dissolves, the doors fade away, because you now realize they were never separate from you. They were mirrors of your own inner state. The ritual is complete, not because the journey ends, but because you remember that every moment is a doorway, every breath is a threshold, every heartbeat an initiation. Carry this with you. Return to it whenever you feel lost. Repeat it until the act itself becomes second nature, until walking through the third door is no longer a question, but your way of being. This is the power of ritual. It transforms knowledge into embodiment. It takes what was theory and makes it destiny. And with every step you take in this alignment, you are not only walking your own path, you are opening invisible doors for countless others, because the light you awaken within becomes a torch, and the corridor of humanity itself grows brighter. And now, the journey brings us here, to the place where all doors dissolve, and only awareness remains. You have seen the corridor. You have faced the doors. You have felt the choice echoing in your heart. But listen carefully. The true secret is this. There is no final door. There is no last threshold. Life itself is the endless unfolding of choices. Timelines branch with every thought. Realities bloom with every decision. And you are the gardener of worlds. Each day you will stand again before 3 doors, sometimes more. Each time, the call will be the same. Will you return to the cycles of the past? Will you chase the illusions of the crowd? Or will you step once more into the subtle light of the third door, the path of alignment, the path of truth? This is the art of choosing timelines. Not a single revelation, but a way of living, a sacred rhythm, a conscious dance with destiny itself. And when you remember this, fear loses its grip, doubt fades, confusion dissolves, because you no longer walk blindfolded. You walk with vision. You walk with choice. You walk with the certainty that the universe bends with you, not against you. Imagine millions of souls awakening to this truth, each one choosing alignment, each one lighting the hidden doors within their own corridor. The collective web of humanity, glowing brighter with every choice. A new timeline unfolding before the species itself. One not of chaos, but of coherence. Not of illusion, but of remembrance. And it all begins here, with you, with this moment, with the choice you carry now in your heart. Breathe deeply, feel it, anchor it, let it expand until your very being radiates with it. You are the observer, you are the chooser, you are the architect of timelines. And as you walk forward from this moment, remember the doors are infinite, the choices are eternal, but the truth is simple. Every breath is a door, every thought is a key, every heartbeat is an opening to a greater reality. Choose wisely, choose with courage, choose with love, because the timeline you walk is not only your destiny, it is the gift you leave to the world.